Hey, what's up, y'all? My name is Millennial Smark, and I'm bringing you the slop, the whole slop, and nothing but the slop. Timestamps are down in the description box below. Otherwise, fuck with me for a moment, okay? Fuck with me for a moment. Link is down in the description box below. Seems like the news is still brewing about Mariah May. Now, once again, take it with a grain of salt because this is Dave Meltzer talking about it. Although I will say there's a bit of corroboration, just like the last time we talked about Mariah May, because it's not just Dave talking strictly. If it was just Dave by himself speculating, then I would not be talking about this. But FIFO jumped in. They gave some confirmation in regards to this. I seen Raj Giri talking about this not too long ago. Also, Wrestling News. I think that's Brian Lass wrestling newsletter or I don't know, forum, I guess. He's confirming this also, so it's not as if it's just Dave talking about it. So I'm at least here to entertain the idea even further. So the article states, there have been ongoing reports about WWE's possible interest in Mariah May, along with a common belief within AEW that she could be heading to WWE when her contract expires later this year. However, recent updates suggest that her departure from AEW may not be imminent. FIFO initially reported that May's AEW contract might end as early as this summer. PW Insider later informed that she still has significant time left on her existing deal. One source speculated that May's AEW contract could last until November of this year, and another suggested it may go even beyond that. May has been absent from AEW shows since her storyline with Toni Storm concluded at AEW Revolution 2025. Concerning the rumors that May requested her release soon after this storyline wrapped up, those reports are not confirmed. In the most recent edition of the Wrestling Observer newsletter, Dave Meltzer provided a possible explanation for May's ongoing absence. He wrote, and again, take it with a grain of salt, but again, it's at least corroborated. Apparently, Mariah May made it clear at that time that she was not signing a new deal, and so they booked it at that time for that reason, which, by the way, the context behind that is that he was previously talking about Mariah May having the 3-match feud with Toni Storm, and he felt that it had legs on it. That's his opinion, which is fucking dumb. But apparently they wrapped it up a lot earlier than they were assuming it was going to be, because Mariah May refused to sign the contract and Tony didn't want to keep promoting her. But it continues. He says, there have been stories going around that she signed a 2-year deal, which will be up in a few months. What has happened in other cases, such as Penta and Phoenix, is they want to start renewal talks, and the performer seems to make it clear from those talks they aren't signing. When that's the case, Khan normally takes the person off television. We can't confirm the time frame, but can confirm that there has been talks in WWE regarding her coming in, with it being known by key people in WWE the belief that she wants to come in. She's another one whose dream had always been WWE, to the point that I was surprised when she first signed the deal with AEW out of Stardom, although her AEW stardom was her ticket to being pushed as a star from day one in WWE. May has yet to comment publicly on her AEW status, although I will say she did drop some hints. I can't remember what she said verbatim, but she was saying something along the lines of, whatever you do in life, it's for a reason. Not that verbatim, but something along the lines of that, like whatever life takes you, that's where you're supposed to be, which is clearly alluding to the fact that, you know, she's speculating where she wants to land. We'll see as time goes on how this is going to develop. Me personally, I do think she's going to go, just simply because she's not on television. There's more evidence suggesting that she's leaving AEW than there is suggesting that she's staying with AEW. But I'm willing to wait it out. I'm willing to see where this goes. I'm very curious to see where this goes. But to be honest with you, I don't expect past this point, unless Mariah May comments on it, I really don't expect to hear any more speculation in regards to this news for another few more months. Because even if her contract isn't up by, say, November, even if it's up by August, because I think that's when she signed in 2023, right? August, like between July and September of 2023. If it ends around that time frame, I think that's when the news is really going to start bubbling up. But don't get your hopes up yet, folks. If you really want Mariah May in WWE, more in particular NXT, don't get your hopes up. Wait. Everything is speculation at the moment. Nothing is confirmed. So we'll just have to wait to see how this is going to go, but that's the latest update in regards to Mariah May. But with that being said, let's get directly into Collision and hopefully get this show out of the fucking way. All right, folks, you're I've been hearing people in the comment section from time to time talking about how, oh, Devontae, you should review Collision. Okay, Collision, it's notoriously better than AEW Dynamite. I'm gonna take you guys' word for it. We got the rest of the night to get through, but that's a terrible fucking card, okay? Tonight is a terrible fucking card from what it looks like. It's 2 pointless tag team matches with the women that I don't want to see. It was Harley Cameron and Mercedes Moné taking on Chris Statlander and I think Julia Hart. I don't want to see that match. There's another pointless match with I think what's Buddy's name again? The Don Callis family members. Oh my God, take a shitter. And what's Buddy's name? Josh Alexander taking on Rocky Romero and Ishii. I don't want to see that. Then you're giving me these 2 jobber ass matches with Lance Archer versus Kevin Knight, who still has no pop, still has no aura. I don't know what you guys see in him. I don't know what he does so differently than any other AEW wrestle. Again, I'm going to reiterate this point one more time. He wrestles like Evan Bourne circa 2010 more so than anything in regards to Will Ospreay 2025. I don't really see what's so special about him at all. I don't. Maybe if he talks in the microphone more often, I'll see it eventually, but I don't care for this match. It has no heat for it. I don't care about what he's going to do. I just don't care. But, hey, you guys said he's special, so I'm willing to wait it out. What isn't special, though, was this fucking opener. Like, holy shit. The Death Riders. Oh, I can't stress enough how bad they are. Now, I'll give credit where credit is due. From the formatting standpoint, they did the right thing by kicking off the show with Moxley and the Dick Riders. Now, the question is, what they're trying to set up, or at least what they're talking about, is a setup for the main event later on tonight, or at least the main programming that's going to close out the show. Are they going to do anything else throughout the night to maybe play up into this while building up to the main event, if this happens to be the main event as far as a segment? I doubt it. Like 95% doubt it. If they do that, good. Congratulations. That's all I want to see. And hopefully you stay consistent with it, which you won't do that either. But them coming out to the ring, acting like petulant children, picking up a camera like, we're so destructive. We're going to pick up this random one camera and throw it around and then break it into pieces. Ooh, cue the meme with DX doing the little fingers, spooky fingers. Ooh, Scott Hall, spooky fingers. I'm so scared. Fucking morons. Jon Moxley gets in the microphone. He puts over the people who won the match last night. More in particular, he focused on Samoa Joe. He challenged him to a match, and he was willing to put his AEW World Championship on the line. I guess he's embarrassed because Samoa Joe tapped him out last night, and he just wants to redeem himself. But, I mean, I don't care. Sure. Go for it. Is it going to be at the pay-per-view? Because if it's at the pay-per-view, then okay, what the hell is going to be the Anarchy Arena participants? I mean, he did speak upon the fact that he doesn't want to have anything to do with the Young Bucks, so I'm curious as to where that's going to go also. Curious in a morbid way. But as far as the open is considered, it is what it is. It wasn't anything that got my goat. It wasn't any, I'm just emotionless. That's not even a fucking word. I'm emotionless. Like, just follow up, do something. I don't know what you're gonna do. Just fucking do it. Just fucking do it. But looking at this match card tonight, folks, I'm gonna call bullshit on what you've been saying. All you guys who have been putting over Collision as far as being the best show compared to Dynamite. From that match card, that looks like a 2-hour episode of fucking Rampage. But it's Spring Breakthru, whatever they're calling the show. I'm willing to wait it out. But this opener and this pointless ass match, you're not helping your case at the moment. You're not helping your case. If only they actually had superstars more like Harley Cameron that actually gave a shit about their characters so we can actually give a fuck to want to invest our fucking time into them. Now, look. Guys, you are liars. You are liar, pants on fires. You said that Collision was a better show than Dynamite. I'm not seeing it. Why did you guys lie to me? Why did you guys lie? I would not have reviewed this show if I knew it was going to be a glorified episode of fucking Rampage. This does not feel anything close to being a TV special. It doesn't feel anything close to feeling even remotely like I should be watching this shit. First and last time watching fucking Collision. First off, their fucking production is horrible. Like, who is running their fucking production? It's like, is this like a running gag with AEW when it comes with their production? Like, every guy, whether you got the ops, they're sending it to the ops backstage to get an interview with them, and instead they start to roll some B footage about the upcoming All-In event at Texas before they cut right back to the fucking ops because they accidentally rolled the wrong promo. Right, and then you have the match with the tag team guys, and it's going black screen a couple of times. Or was it that match, or was it the Kevin Hart versus fucking Lance Hoyt match? I don't fucking know. But they were going black screen a couple of times. It's like, what in the fuck is going on with your production? Speaking of Kevin Hart sucks. Kevin Hart sucks, okay? He should go back to being a comedian. I'm sorry. I gave him a chance, folks. I gave this guy a fucking chance. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know. Maybe, like I said, if he talks on the microphone, maybe if Kevin Hart is as funny as he is on stage at comedy shows as he is in the fucking ring, because, my God, the only joke I'm seeing right now is this motherfucker on my television screen. First off, his wrestling, I can't stress this enough. He's so boring. In-ring wise, he's so boring. I'm seeing people cope like a motherfucker talking about, he's so excited to watch in the ring, guys. Check out Kevin Knight. He's so fucking awesome. He's so fun. He doesn't do shit. What the fuck does he do? Like, I'm not the world's biggest Will Ospreay fan, but I can at least, I can see the appeal from an in-ring perspective with Will Ospreay. What the fuck does a Kevin Knight do? Again, dude wrestles like it's 2011. What the fuck are you talking about? I'm not calling him an incompetent in-ring performer. What I'm calling him is, like, boring. He's fucking boring. Like, if I'm gonna see some bullshit indie wrestling nonsense, at least go all the way and go full on Will Ospreay. If I'm gonna hate you, at least let me hate you the best I can hate you. Like, don't get an F, get an F+. Dumbasses, like, he sucks, dude. I don't know what the fuck you guys are talking about. And then you had like this little segment with Jamie Hayter and Chris Statlander, and they're talking shit to each other, and they're preparing for their semifinals match that's gonna come up this Wednesday. I actually kind of do want to see that match. I like two big Amazon-looking biatches going at it, so that should be relatively exciting, I guess. Whatever. Speaking of Amazon-looking bitches, I see Megan Baines coming out right now. Oh, man. And then we had like this segment, which I actually like this a lot, with Tony Schiavone pulling out some notes, and apparently it was like a letter from Dax and Cash pleading their innocence and, like, you know, asking for forgiveness for what happened last week. I like that. That was really good. You know, you had Tony Schiavone reading the letter, you know, giving this full apology, saying, if you didn't talk shit about my daughter, I wouldn't have done what I've done, but that's no excuse for me to be putting my hands on you. You know, talking about Nigel McGuinness saying, look, Nigel, I understand you have a fragile mind and a fragile body. Don't put me into a position where I hurt you. I really, really, really don't want to hurt you. Okay, you're good, but you're not that good. And if you think you can beat us, LOL. That was good. I actually like that segment a lot. I like that one a lot. FTR is good, but the rest of the shit is terrible. And then we had that tag team match with Takeshita and Josh Alexander taking on Rocky Romero and fucking Murder Grandpa Tomohiro Ichi. God, I got an Ichi in my balls from fucking your girl last night. This match sucked. It bored me. I did not care. Who fucking cares? You don't care. I don't care. No one cares. Who cares? No one cares. Bruh. No one at all fucking cares. At all. No one. No one cares at all. No one. Not no one. Did I remind you? No one. No one cares at all. And then no one cares. We don't. And then after the match, you know, you had, what's his name again? Fuck, no one cares about this match. What the fuck is Buddy's name again? TJ Maxx? No, TJ Perkins? No, Trent Beretta. There you go. He was like in the corner, because Rocky Romero turned on Murder Grandpa. No one cares. No one cares about Murder Grandpa, but they turned on Murder Grandpa, and they jumped him. The rest of the Don Callis regime, extending their stable from 0 fucks given to now -5 fucks given, right? And like I said, fucking Tramparetta, he returns after being gone for, I thought, 2 years, but apparently it was only a couple of months. Maybe that just means I don't pay that much of attention to Tramparetta because he's fucking Tramparetta. And yeah, that's it, essentially. He came out, he was there, they hit him in the back of the head with a wrench. Okay, do you hear my enthusiasm right now? That's legitimate enthusiasm. Okay, that is pure grade A enthusiasm. And I might as well just throw this in here too, because the match just happened right now. Goddamn, Megan Bayne has some awesome titties. Look at the crevice in her titties. Look how thick she is. She just beat these 2 jobbers, and good Lord have mercy. Look how thick Megan Bayne is. Good googly moogly. I like to put my head in between those thighs. Those thighs, goddamn. She just beat 2 jobbers, and yeah, that's essentially it. She's fine as fuck. That's all you really need to know. How long do we have left for this show? This shit is, bro, I feel like you guys just conned me, bro. And I'm not talking about Tony Khan. I feel like you guys in particular conned the shit out of me. I should have not fucking reviewed this show. You fucking liars. Who is this? Oh my god, it's fucking Anthony Bowens. Oh. Bro, you guys said this was a good show. Why are you guys such fucking baby liars? You're fucking liars. I feel like I'm being trolled. You guys trolled the shit out of me, man. I don't want to watch this shit anymore. I got an hour left, though. I made promises. Fuck. I'm never doing this shit again. If anyone asks me to fucking review another episode of Collision, I'm blocking you. I'm blocking you. If you ever ask me to review Collision ever again, I'm gonna fucking block you. I hate you. I hate you all for making me do this. Continuing on with this episode of fucking Rampage. Let's finish this off. I hate you guys. I fucking hate you. So I think the idea is for us to give a shit about the learning tree. I can't. You did too much to damage the stable by having Jericho come up with creative. It's over. That group is over. Just pack it up, boys. Put that shit in the bag. It's over. Jericho's gone on vacation. He's gonna be taking the hiatus. He got some tour dates with Fozzy. The shit's dead, bro. It's over. Just stop going back to the fucking learning tree. It's a horrible, horrible stable. The only worst stable that I could think of besides the learning tree is maybe the Dick Riders. Everything that Jericho touches nowadays, and this is coming from his biggest fan, is dog shit. Absolute dog shit. And I appreciate the attempt of trying to tell a decent story with this, where you have Wild Bill Hiccup and the Bounty Hunter backstage, and you know, they're trying to discuss, because they're both having a bit of differences in regards to whether or not they're okay with Chris Jericho being the leader of the learning tree. And you have Wild Bill Hiccup who's telling him, hey, we should probably not live and die by Chris Jericho's words. And you have the Bounty Hunter who's saying, maybe if you didn't put him on blast the way you did last week, he'd still be here right now. And Wild Bill's telling him to stay focused, keep his eyes on the prize, and let's go stack some W's. I appreciate the attempt. I just don't give a fuck. And again, you haven't given me a reason to give a fuck. Speaking of not giving a fucks, bruh, I can't take any Adam Cole match seriously. I can't. Like, when it was Rey Mysterio, there's a certain aura around Rey Mysterio. With Rey Mysterio, he has the mask. He has the music. For me, at least, he was the first ever superstars that I was exposed to who were doing innovative moves like that. You know, he was fun. He was captivating. There's something different about Rey Mysterio that didn't exist in the past, that he has built a legacy on, where he gets a pass. Where other superstars start to build off what Rey Mysterio has done, but they lack literally all aura and all charisma, and they're literally just following the patterns of their indie bandmates, then I just simply don't give a fuck. And then you tie that all into the fact that Adam Cole is just so small. I think he's smaller than Rey Mysterio, honestly. If he's not smaller than Rey, he's got to be like right there next to him. And he doesn't have the same body mass as Rey Mysterio. Maybe like circa 1997, but certainly not when he came to WWE. Then again, I can have more of the steroids Mysterio was doing. But my point being is, though, he's just way too small. He's way too pale. He's way too frail. And I just can't take him seriously. And I won't take him fucking seriously. And it's even worse because, again, they're so lazy and they're such cowards. They keep doing this shit. How many roll-up finishes did we get this week? I feel like this has got to be like the fourth one, right? Like the third or fourth one, back-to-back nights. Like, they're such cowards. Like, if you don't want to book Claudio to lose the match, shoot-wise, legitimately, lateral press, straight up, then don't put him in the fucking match. You just put him in there just to have an excuse to have a good match. Oh, quality, good wrestling. Like, we don't get that every other fucking week for the past decade or so. Like, you had Claudio out here and, you know, having a match with Adam, and it's just like, I don't care. I really don't. It's an open challenge on top of that, so it just adds more emphasis for the fuckery, because I fucking hate open challenges. It's some of the laziest fucking booking. Everything about this whole segment was filler, in my opinion. Between the roll-up finish, between the garbage-ass random, let's just do this. And speaking of garbage, look at this shit right here. Like you have this match right here of a bunch of Mexicans going up against jobbers, and it's like, maybe if it were Superstar that I would give a shit about, then maybe I'd care. But you guys are, again, this is the theme of the night. You guys are fucking liars, dude. To sit back and try to push this garbage on me, you're fucking liars, man. This is literally, I can't stress this enough. This is not even fucking, you know, I'll do you one better. This is not even Rampage. This feels like Jacked. This feels like fucking Metal, circa 2000. Like, just show some replays of Dynamite, bro. Like, just show Dynamite replays. As bad as that show was last night, this shit is billions upon billions upon billions of times better than what the fuck we're seeing tonight. And apparently, from what it looks like, I think it looks like I think it's got to be Mercedes, right? It's gonna be Mercedes Moné and Harley Cameron taking on fucking, what's her name? Chris Statlander and Julia Hart in that tag team match. That's gonna be the main event. That's your main event. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Just fuck. Yeah. All right, we're getting closer to the end of the show. I just feel no emotion to the show whatsoever. Let's just, come on, speed it up. We got 30 minutes to go. Speed this shit up. You know, I'm never gonna lie to you. I actually kind of fucked with this match a little tiny bit. Not because of all the antics. You know, it does a lot. I'm telling you, it does a lot when you have an interesting story tied to the match going into it. Now, I wish it was for a legitimate mid-card championship and not the stupid-ass ROH championship belt. Like, say for an example, they had only one mid-card belt. Say for an example, if I look at all the championship belts, the Continental Championship, the International Championship, and the TNT Championship, I personally like the International Championship a little bit better because of the sounding of it. Now, if Nick Wayne went out of his way to capture the International Championship, and it was the only championship in the mid-card division, I feel like this would have stood out a hell of a lot more. But it's for the ROH mid-card championship, and no one gives a fuck about ROH or its mid-card championship belt, right? But nevertheless, though, it is a new champion. Not that I care. I didn't even know who the previous champion was before Commander came out. But I fought with Commander also. He kind of reminds me of Rey Fenix. It's a lot different. Like, when I see Will Ospreay do the flips and shit like that, it just seems so fucking indie. It's a difference. I can't explain it, but it's a different feel. When it's indie, it's gay. When it's lucha libre, it's just different. I fuck with lucha libre. I don't fuck with indie. Indie seems like a bunch of sequences, whereas lucha libre, which it can be sequential, you know, time here and there, but at least with this match right here, it felt like more of tradition. It felt like more of a style versus indie just feels like a bunch of random shit you do. It's like watching backyard wrestling versus professional wrestling. Does that make any sense? That's how I kind of feel indie is versus lucha libre, and I appreciate lucha libre. And Commander and Nick Wayne, they went out there, had a pretty good match. But I fuck with Nick Wayne. I can't put my finger on it. I just fuck with the kid. I like his character. I like the story with Christian Cage. He has a bright future ahead of him. If he keeps his head on straight, gets a little bit more, massive. He's very tiny, but he's not Adam Cole tiny. Has a certain look about him. I like Nick Wayne. I like how he carries himself. That bravado, the arrogance, the cockiness. And how old is the kid? The kid is so young. It sounds crazy saying this. I think I'm old enough to be his dad. That's how fucking young he is. How old is he? I'm gonna be 33, and I think he's like 18 or 19 years old. Well, I'd probably be a teenage dad, but still old enough to bust a nut. So, I guess I'm technically old enough to be his dad, which is fucking wild, and I hate my life right now, and it's flashing before my fucking eyes. But he ended up winning the like I said, ROH championship. He hit him finally. He switched up that dumbass Wayne's World because everybody does a fucking cutter. You have Cody doing this finisher just straight up. You have fucking Will Ospreay doing the springboard version of his finisher. Oh god, now you have these fucking goofballs. Who the fuck is that? Why that girl look like Gail Kim? That's probably not Gail Kim's sister. She looks like Gail Kim, but no, she's probably not Gail Kim's sister. It's with Top Flight. No, I know her. I think I know her. No, I don't know her. But she's fine as fuck, though. I'm hoping that maybe, because I've seen Christian backstage clapping up Nick Wayne and winning this match. I was kind of hoping that they were going to come back to that and touch on that a little bit more. But it doesn't really seem that way. Oh, God, it's Leo ass. And the guy that Jericho put over that I know he fucking regrets because he's a fucking nobody right now. I'm trying to see whether or not they're going to come back to Christian, because that's the only thing that I care about. And no, they're not. They're going directly to the dumbass women's match that no one gives a fuck about. Maybe you guys do, but I certainly don't give a fuck about. All right, guys, wrap it up. Get this shit out of the way, and let's get this show over with. This shit was horrible. Whole entire show was fucking horrible, but maybe they can make a last grasp attention to put a bow on this to make me at least go, well, at least she had 2 nice segments closing out the show. All right, get this over with. Let's go. And yet another fucking lame ass match involving the women that legitimately put me to fucking sleep. Now I will say, fucking Harley Cameron's like she's fucking gold. Harley Cameron is the star of this entire match. She's the only one that's putting effort into this shit to make people actually remember certain things about the match, to get people to want to at least see what's up. I like Harley Cameron. She's fucking gold. Give me more of Harley Cameron. That was awesome. When Mercedes came out to with the doer stupid ass make it rain and clear it out chicken noodle soup with a soda on the side dumbass dance, I like how Harley Cameron came up right next to her and started to dance. That's legitimately the highlight of the entire show, or the entire match. One of the highlights of the entire show, which is like 2, maybe 3 if you include the Harley Cameron puppet segment with Mercedes backstage. Oh my god. Oh boy, this was a fucking chore to sit through. At this point, because I'm already now to the point now, I now know that you guys trolled the fuck out of me. You trolled me. You told me that Collision was a better show than Dynamite, and I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. So I'm gonna assume you guys just trolled the fuck out of me, which, touche. Okay, good job. You guys did a great job trolling the fuck out of me, saying that this show was good. It absolutely wasn't. This was dog shit. This was fucking horrible. And like I said, touche. But now that we actually got me to watch Collision for the first time in like a year and a half, maybe, we can cancel Collision now, right? Like there's no need to continue on with this show. If it's as bad as this show is every single week, which, I mean, this is supposed to be the spring Breakthru show, right? This is supposed to be one of their more important shows of the year for Collision. Just end it. Just end the show. There's no reason to, continue it. This is by far the worst Dynamite show I've seen all year, which is saying something. Not Dynamite, AEW show I've seen all year. This was a bore. Everybody on the show I did not give a fuck about. It felt like only AEW can do a show where everything feels non-canon and canon at the same time while actively doing the exact same story coming out of Dynamite. Fuck me. This was such a drag. Just get rid of the show, man. Put all your time and effort into Dynamite. Focus on that. Bring back some stupid ass show that you typically used to do back in the days, like Dark or Dark Elevation. Make some use of that dumbass trademark Shockwave. Put that on YouTube like you did Dark, and put all the jobbers on that show. Like, treat that show like your Shotgun Saturday Night or something like that, and have Raw, and focus on your Raw, that being Dynamite, your flagship brand. Focus on that. Make sure that one stands out more, and if you end up getting more popular, then you start to float towards doing the idea of a second show, and it needs to be a minor show, very similar to how Raw had Shotgun Saturday, and they got so popular they eventually needed a Sunday Night Heat. It only made sense because the show was in such demand. Okay, you have the supply, you give in to the demand. There is no demand for Collision. There is no demand to see more of this shit. This was garbage. All of this, every single one of it was fucking trash. The only highlights of the entire night is maybe Nick Wayne and his match with Commander. I like that more so because of Nick Wayne, although I don't really hate Commander either. And the stuff with Harley Cameron. There was one spot in the match with Mercedes and Harley where, like, you know, Chris Statlander was going to go for a 450 splash on both of them laid on top of each other, and Mercedes rolled her and Harley out of the way, and she was sitting directly on top of Harley like she was about to ride her. That was sexy. I like that. That was great. Please, more of that. But outside of that, who cares? Chris Statlander ended up getting the win, beating Harley Cameron. I mean, not that I didn't see that coming. They make it so obvious. I mean, you know, if it's a big superstar with another big superstar, but one superstar happens to be a little bit more bigger than a superstar, and if it's a one-on-one singles match, it's going to be a roll-up finish, or it's going to be some bullshit, which AEW doesn't typically do bullshit finishes, so you know it's going to be a roll-up finish. If it's a tag team match, you know the lesser of the tag team is going to take the loss, and it was so obvious. They need Chris Statlander to stay healthy. They need Chris Statlander to stay, like, at least make it look like she's going to be competent going into the match with Jamie Hayter, because it's fucking obvious Jamie Hayter's going to win the match, and it's fucking obvious it's going to be Hayter versus Sasha going into Double or Nothing, and Sasha's going to win, and we're going to get Mercedes and Sasha, you see where my mind is at, Mercedes and Tony going into All In, because that's where the match is leading to. The girls keep teasing it, and quite frankly, I kind of do want to see that match. If for nothing else, it's your two top women. But as far as the need for Collision, there's no need for the show anymore. There's no need. There's no need for it. If this is the best that you can come up with, fucking cancel it. This was horrible. Horrible. You put all... It's like you took the Dick Riders and you took Sasha, and you just used that as a way to make it feel justified that you can call the spring breakthrough. If you take Sasha... If you take maybe Tony, who was doing commentary work on the show tonight, and if you take off the Dick Riders, more particularly Jon Moxley, show is this is a C team. This is the fucking C team. My God, bro. Just never again. Just never ask me to review Collision ever again. This is my first and only time I'm ever fucking doing this. Never again. This was trash. But let me hear your thoughts down in the comment section below in regards to how you felt about the show, how you felt about the video overall. Oh, Devontae, if you knew the show was going to be trash, then why'd you watch it? Because of you guys. You guys were the ones that told me that Collision was a good show, and I decided to say to myself, oh, well, Devontae, you're off today. How shall you spend your Saturday night? Oh, excuse me, Thursday night. I'm drunk right now. Don't worry. I'm not drunk. I'm going to get drunk, though. I'm going to need a drink after the show. Let's see. Baby mama, son, getting ready for a funeral. Okay, cool. Fitting him for a suit to make him look more presentable. All right, cool. Let's see. Video games. I'm not really feeling it right now. I know. I'll watch Collision because these dorks told me that the show is actually good. Yeah, super duper good. Totally. Thumbs up fucking show. Thanks, guys. Thank you for ruining my off day. Fucking losers. But as always, my name is Devontae, and I'll be catching you guys later. Either another video comes out tomorrow, or the next time you'll be seeing me is on WrestleMania night on Saturday. Night 1. I need a drink. Deuces. P. Ice.